today is the first week of the month. And so in the first week of the month, what we're going to do is we do an entire walkthrough of all of the code for Personal LLM so that, and the idea is that anybody coming in, joining new, we'll always have at least like a code walkthrough that's at least at most a month old. And so that's the idea that like we really want to be able to understand all aspects of this application so that we can learn and grow together. How to build a end-to-end desktop application with a front end using React, back end using Python. We're using a SQLite database, so we're learning about database queries and things of that nature. We're connecting to LLM, so we're learning about how to interact with large language models natively. So we want to make sure that it's every time, I want to make sure that the code that we're building is understandable end to end. So this, so this, so this one's going to be the front end, and on Thursday I'll talk about the back end. So this will, so one thing to just include is just that I'm gonna just give a quick demo. I think I already have this all the way up to date, so I'm gonna run it by doing npm run build, and as that does that, a pop-up should come up. Oh, yeah, yep. And then builds whatever I need to do. And then if I want to actually run it, npm run start. Notice it's creating data tables it needs to be. And now this is our personal LLM. So, okay, so I have the ability, so this is the text area. It just prints things in very raw text form. Sometimes it goes into markdown in order to make some designations about what's code or not. Right now we have a message box, and we can just ask the assistant to do whatever or to ask whatever. So I'll just say, let's say, what is the best way to record a video for online consumption? Press enter, and this is remember, this is 100% local here. We're not going anywhere else. This is a local desktop application. Basically, this what we're seeing here is actually it's using Chrome at this point, running React. Our front end is in React, but it's using React, the React library to open a window that's a native browser, a native app in our in Mac. It also works on PC as well. This Reacting connects to our Python backend. We have a Python module, a number of Python files, and it connects to that through this library called Python-EL. And I'll talk about that more in the backend, the backend walkthrough on Thursday. But the idea is that it's very simple. Since we're building a native app and we're using web technologies to do so, what Python-EL does, it makes it really easy to say, hey, I wrote this function in Python, make it available in JavaScript in the front end. I wrote this function in JavaScript in the front end, make it available in Python in the back end. So what you will not see is a lot of REST or REST API, requests. You won't see any HTTP requests going back and forth. You'll just see these essentially remote procedure calls happening natively and really quickly quick as well. So that's how we connect the front end and the back end here. But notice, here we go. They said great videos online. It can be a bit tricky. Choose a camera, use good lighting, keep it simple, so on and so forth. Notice again that it shows these two asterisks are designates in Markdown. Markdown is a markup language like HTML is to be able to enable to highlight or to bold or to showcase certain things that are more important, like certain texts that are important or should be headings and so on and so forth. So we don't have the rendering there yet, but that's something. But notice I just prints the raw right down here. So what's cool is that right now currently the response will actually remember what you've done before. So if I say, could you tell me, let's see, So I could say, could you summarize the above in a couple of sentences, right? If I do that, notice that it gives me a good summary of about behavior for online consumption. Now I'm going to click clear, which not only clears it from here, but it clears it from the table, it clears it from the LLM. So the idea is that like it literally erases everything that I've written. So I'm going to just copy what I wrote here, press clear, do this again, and see what happens here. Notice it talks about a friendly chatbot because it lost all the context because I pressed clear. And so, and basically that is where we are with our 100% desktop local LLM chat client. All right, so I'm gonna X this out.